Yeah.
You.
What's the word, iLLWill?
What's going on, man? How you feel?
Oh, brother, I am well. I'm blessed, highly favored, touched by God.
Touched
How
by
you feel?
Zeus on this side. I feel great.
You back to Zeus today?
Yeah, man.
Damn, I thought it was gonna be
Poseidon,
Aries, Aphrodite.
Your word.
But it's all good. It's all good. Welcome, you guys. Welcome. Get comfortable. Let your hair down. Feel me? iLLWill, JussEric.Matthew. We're going to do what we do best. Okay, this is No Facts, No Problem. Audience of one. Ain't no name yet. The name matters. Keep talking shit. The bald and the bearded. The daddy and the man.
Rah.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Take that. No, but jokes aside, get comfortable, man. Get comfortable. There's a lot to cover today. And who else would you come to? Who else would you entrust with feeding you that
fuego?
You feel me?
You know?
That fuego. Oh, man. Come on, man. Anyway, iLLWill, when should we start serving up the fuego?
Now.
All right. Let's get it.
Let's
Jump
go right
in.
into it, man. So we'll start this one off with a little tragedy that happened.
Oh, man.
Over in Crenshaw. As we all know, Nipsey Hussle was gunned down yesterday. 33-year-old rapper. He dropped his first studio album last year, which was nominated for Album of the Year.
Sure was. I thought he should have won.
Yeah.
As I said on this very here podcast.
You did. And I actually never heard the album until you recommended it. And, it has its place on my playlist or on my iPhone now these days. But aside from rapping, he did a whole bunch of, community things.
Yeah.
To, empower his people from Crenshaw, from the hood and stuff.
He was definitely about the hood.
Yeah, definitely. He's one of those guys that got rich and stayed.
Yeah.
And try to help everybody. Whether it was, opening a barbershop, food restaurant. He has his own clothing line.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But yesterday he got shot. What do you think?
Basically,
about that?
no. I just want to say basically, the place where he was shot is literally where he first started selling his mixtapes out the trunk.
Yep.
And back in the day, they used to hustle out there, and it's like these little strip malls. It has a few stores in a location. And first he bought one store, then he
bought another.
Yeah, he progressed. He started buying more and more, and then he ended up owning most of that little lot.
Yep.
And like you said, he put a barbershop in there. He was opening up a seafood store, and basically his whole plan was to provide more jobs for the people of that neighborhood, so people don't have to gangbang. And it's just tragic because I think it was on Saturday, this upcoming Saturday, he and his brother and some of his team were set to meet the police commissioner.
Yep.
To talk about how to reduce gang violence. Like, this is who that guy was. And, I mean, make no bones about it. He is a member of the Rolling 60s. He was Crippin'. He rep it, But it definitely feels like an individual who, as he got older, as he got wiser, tried to put others onto game.
Yep.
I mean,
well, even when he was young, he was doing that. Like,
this is true. Word.
I was telling you off camera, the one video that I remember seeing a long time ago is the one where he's talking about getting assets instead of liabilities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he's always had that mindset.
Things that appreciate in value, yeah. And I mean, I've seen a bunch of stuff online about him being a gang member, and I'm like, absolutely, Rolling 60, he was Crippin'. But for those of you who don't know, the original mission of the gang was about community uplifting.
Yep.
It's about protecting the community against police brutality, because oftentimes the police would come through and beat people's ass. Crip, if I'm not mistaken, this is from my teaching back in the day, it was Community Revolution in Progress.
Yep.
And, it was an offshoot of the Black Panthers. If y'all know your history, if you do your Googles, you would know about the Black Panthers. So that's not to say all gang members are good guys, not at all. And that's not to say all gang members are necessarily bad guys. Oftentimes when you get involved in this life, it goes left. But the original mission, I want to state, was supposed to be for good. This was just another individual that seemed to be trying to continue that mission. And it's upsetting, man. It's upsetting because so far we don't know why. We don't know who.
Nope.
You know.
Cops think it's gang related.
And, you know, on social media, of course, everyone's jumping out the window saying
There's
it's a conspiracy theory because Nipsey was releasing a documentary on Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi, for those of you who don't know, is a little known man who claimed to have cured AIDS before. And he sued I think it was the New York Post.
Yeah, he sued the New York Post and he won.
Yeah, because the New York Post said that he was lying, that he didn't cure it, and he won in court, that he proved that he did cure it.
Yeah.
You know, and Nipsey wanted to bring this man to light. Like, Sebi's dead. He died, I think, in 2016. He believed in healing via, you know, veganism and just a better diet. And
herbs and shit.
And, yeah, fucking eating shrubs or some shit. I don't know. But Nipsey was making a documentary about this, and there's a conspiracy
focusing on the trial.
Yeah, focusing on the trial and focusing on Dr. Sebi, like shedding a light on this man, basically trying to disrupt the medical community.
Yep.
And there are a lot of people who say that it was the government, it was they took him out for this, you know. Do you believe that?
I like to, you know, go where the facts are or whatever, but in terms of conspiracy theories, I think we all believe in them. Whether you like to admit it or not, I know you're shaking your head. No,
I do not believe in no.
Hold on, I'm gonna let
you finish.
I'm gonna tell you why. The definition of a conspiracy theory is people that get together in order to harm someone to get their things across.
Okay.
Now, did 9/11 happen?
Yeah.
And so you don't think people got together to make that fall?
No, absolutely.
So then you believe in conspiracy theories?
No,
by definition.
Okay, by definition. But the more colloquial understanding of a conspiracy theory is that they tell us one thing, but it's really some other deep hidden thing that they don't want the masses to know. And I tend to not believe those because it's like, yo, at what point, when do you stop?
Some of them have been true, though. I don't believe in all of them. I don't believe in all of them.
I'm just saying, if we're going to be thinking that way, at what point do you say, okay, this is too far for me?
When you talk about alligator people,
you know,
you've heard that?
your man on Joe Rogan, I forgot his name.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones, yeah. That's what I'm saying. So the way I choose to live my life is I'm going to go with my gut, and I'm going to go with what I feel, what I can see, what I can prove. Sometimes that leans towards things that are more conspiratory, but other times it's just, it is what it is, you know?
Yeah. I think it was like somebody just hating on him because if you look at his, like, he's obviously been grinding since, like, you know, early 2000s.
Yeah.
With all mixtapes. He's never had a studio album. His first album comes out,
Grammy nominated, commercially successful.
He's,
you know, people listening.
He's on his way up.
Yep.
And, you know, people he grew up with or grew up around.
Or the enemy.
Hating, or the enemy, even the enemy. Sometimes your enemy is your closest friend. So we don't know who did it, obviously. But I'm saying, listen, like, I think it was somebody from the neighborhood who's just hating on him because he's on the come up. And he's probably seen him his whole life there. Since this guy's always there. Yeah. Like, there's always videos of him in there in that area. Especially in that little, since he owns all of them.
Lot, yep.
Yeah.
And dude, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, a lot of people are rejecting it being gang related. There's an interview he does with Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed, I'm gonna let y'all look him up yourself. But he says it. He's like, yo, ever since he started talking about Dr. Sebi, people keep telling him, yo, Nips, you better be careful, man. Your plane gonna disappear one time. He's like, man, if something happens to me, y'all better ride. And it's just like, whenever he starts saying it like that, you know, there are a lot of people who are like, oh, Nipsey warned us that this would happen. I'm like, yo, you really don't know, man. Some people are just twisted. Some people are just sick. I would not be surprised if this was someone trying to get some credibility off of doing this, you know? Yeah, I was trying to stay away from
I know you don't like that word. That's why I said it.
I love all words, but it's like, you know? And I wouldn't be surprised if it was some lil whatever the fuck trying to get his fucking Instagram views up or something, you know?
Something up, right?
And I wouldn't be surprised if it was some gang shit because, yo, that gang life is real. Like, you might have done something, you know, 15, 20 years ago and you've changed, but
somebody else
people might not have changed, you know? Yo, death might still be around the corner is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. And I'm not saying that that's what's happening with Nipsey. I don't necessarily like people jumping out the window with the conspiracy theories, you know?
Yeah, I don't like it either. There's no, I mean, the what they say is that it was 5 shots to the body, 1 to the head, and that's military style. Yeah. That's what they're backing it up against. Yeah. But who knows, man?
That just sounds like someone that want to be sure you dead. Yeah. You know? I mean, maybe it is military style. I don't know. I'm not in the military. That sounds like someone who wanted to ensure you weren't going to get up, man. And it's unfortunate, man, because, you know, he has children, young children.
Yeah. The fucked up shit is that they killed him in front of a little girl that he had just taken a picture with.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah. That's crazy, too. And his last tweet was saying, What was his last known tweet?
His last tweet
just a
was
few hours before. Having stronger
tweet.
enemies is a blessing.
Yes.
Having strong enemies is a blessing.
So people are like, man, that's cryptic. Like
Yeah,
maybe
people
someone ran up on him beforehand. And
exactly. No one knows what it means.
just like, oh man,
Is he talking about the government?
right?
Who knows, right?
You know? Yo, but did you see online people posting like their prayers and stuff like this?
Yeah.
Do you feel any way about that?
About posting prayers and
Yeah.
stuff? Prayers to me are,
Oh, wait, you don't even
on deaf
Gotcha.
ears, man. That's
Okay,
like talking
maybe
to a deaf person. I don't believe in that.
Well, what if they were praying to Zeus? Okay, let's say they're praying to Zeus.
But even, I'm going to say.
Your man Zeus.
Yeah, my man's like, I don't know. I think prayers don't do anything. I don't believe in it. I mean, it's always gonna be me saying I don't know, man. Prayers or words. There's nothing that can be said or done like that'll bring him back. It'll probably make somebody feel better. Everyone grieves or copes differently, but I don't know. Just to me, it doesn't. I don't know. I don't get it.
No, I feel you. Individually, it doesn't do anything. It's because I was looking at some of these things, and I hate to say it, man. I started feeling like people were caught up in pretending. Like they were dead ass posting the whole prayer, like, "Dear God, please help Nipsey's family," and it was just like, you're posting this on Twitter. You're not even adding his family. Lauren London wasn't added in this. I don't know his brothers. Yeah, no one was added. It was just like a tweet praying, and I don't know. Maybe this is a new way of praying. I'm not here to critique anyone's methods of praying, but it just felt like a bit of an act to me. It's like, yo,
it's people trying to stay in the loop, trying to stay quote unquote woke.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I don't know if that's the way. And even the videos of him, sprawled out on the floor and stuff. I'm just like,
yeah, I saw one of those, man. I didn't want to, but hopped up.
Listen, is there like a difference between conspiracy theory and alternate interpretation?
Yeah, like what do you mean by alternate interpretation? Like
there's a conspiracy theory where it's, some other forces are behind this.
Yeah.
Or maybe, you might have just misunderstood the situation and there's a different way to understand it.
Yeah. There's definitely a difference. There's like a conspiracy theory, it's not proven, but like alternate perception is like somebody saying something about you or something like this, and it might not be true, but it affects your life or whatever in a negative way.
Dude, okay, perfect. I'm sorry to cut you off. Perfect example. Kristaps, your boy,
my boy, man, former
Knickerbocker.
Once a Nick, always a Nick.
Once a Nick, always a Nick. But hot damn, I'm glad you're not a Nick right now. KP is in the news because a young lady, 29-year-old woman, who used to live in his building when he was here in New York City, accused him of rape. So the night that he hurt his ACL, she went to his apartment. Yeah. They live in the same building, Guy building, I think.
Yeah, he invited her upstairs.
Yeah, he invited her upstairs, whatever. She went through, she claims to get an autograph. And once she was there, he invited her inside and, they were relaxing. And he became a bit aggressive. And allegedly, he pinned her down and raped her.
Yep.
Right after that, she didn't alert any authorities or anything because she said that they came to an agreement that he would pay for her brother's tuition, $68,000. For that, she wouldn't report this to anyone. What happened is KP, like a true New York scammer, allegedly
he turned New York while he was here.
Exactly. He came to New York a little young, so he picked up a lot. Allegedly, he'd been ducking her. He'd been swerving, moving, and grooving. And
bop and weave, baby. Bop and weave. Bop and weave.
Exactly.
Bop and weave.
And he hadn't paid her. And eventually she was fed up. She reached out to the Knicks to try to have the Knicks mediate and make sure he paid. And they told her, hey, he's decided to retain his own counsel, so we're no longer involved. Yep. And whenever she realized that he wasn't going to pay, she came forward and reported this.
She waited about a year after the incident or so. 13 months.
Basically, 13 months. I'm asking you, what do you think happens next? Do you think he did it?
I don't know if he did it. That's the crazy thing.
Okay, that was a trick question.
Yeah, definitely. I need more facts, man. Exactly. I'm about the facts. So.
Yeah. Except you host a podcast called No Facts, No Problem.
Word. God damn it. I'm a walking contradiction.
Aren't we all?
But yeah, I'm about the facts. So until there's more evidence or anything proving this, even though she waited too long, I don't know if she went through the whole. I know when you going for.
Supposed to get a rape kit.
For a rape, you got a rape kit and stuff. Yeah. So
I mean, you can reject it, but it hurts your case a little bit.
Yeah, so I don't know if she went through all of that or anything, but
right.
I don't know, man.
Dude, I'm not gonna call her an outright liar,
No, me either.
But
you got to give everybody the benefit
exactly
of the doubt.
benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to call her a liar, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, so because he didn't pay these $68K, now it comes out. It makes this look super fishy. You know
why it also looks fishy? You don't live in that building if you don't have that kind of money. That's an expensive building.
It's an expensive ass building.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, so you're saying the $68K was bullshit, or?
I'm saying I don't know if she made that. Why would she need help paying her brother's tuition?
If she's living,
they have to have money.
Maybe they have some subsidized housing in those apartments.
Oh, maybe you're probably right, man. I don't know.
And she's just thinking, yo, pro athlete, maybe.
Probably, yeah.
I don't know, man. Maybe he raped her. Who the fuck knows? But
we don't know.
Also, allegedly, ESPN was able to obtain text messages, correspondences between her and
him
KP.
and her?
Yeah, where she was like sending him nudes and stuff after the whole. Yeah, allegedly. After the whole rape, she was sending nudes and she was pursuing a romantic relationship with him.
Yeah,
and
he wasn't with it.
They said that she claimed he would be friendly in the texting, but anytime they saw one another, he would be curving.
Oh, curving?
Yeah. So
that's one of those you hide them and only bring them to the house.
Bruh, I guess, man. I ain't going nowhere with you. No dates. Yeah, man. I don't know. I mean, for me, he could have raped her. Like, her sending him nudes and stuff does not mean that she wasn't raped.
Yeah, that doesn't.
It just makes it look really suspicious.
And it makes it look weird.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, I don't know. That's a funny one. Another funny thing is them, people releasing information.
Yeah.
If you're just accused,
man,
of a crime or anything, because that
we need to change that.
Yeah, we got to change that law here, man. I think, but that brings on the.
Hold on, before you even continue, just think about it. Let's say he didn't do any of this, right? Let's say Porzingis didn't do any of this. Even if he's proven innocent, this is still out there.
Yep.
Like, the court of public opinion never forgets.
Yep.
And allegedly he was calling her my black slave as he was fucking her. Like, as he was raping her. Bro, we're never gonna forget this stuff. So I definitely think we need to go about it differently.
Yeah, that stays with you for life. Like even the case, if you remember, Kobe Bryant was accused of this a long time ago. If you Google Kobe Bryant Denver now,
it still comes up.
The first 5-10 pages is Kobe Bryant sexual assault, Kobe Bryant rape, Kobe Bryant this.
Yeah.
And that's a long time ago. Like, it stays with you. So
word, and the case was dropped, but still.
Yeah, everything was dropped. But I think something needs to happen about that. We gotta.
What can we do?
We gotta.
What do you think? What are your suggestions?
We gotta let the media not be able to say the person's names of who's accused until they're convicted of the crime.
Okay.
At least if you're just being accused until there's a conviction, your name should not be put out there.
Right.
No media should be able to put your name out in association with that.
Right.
Which is what's going on right now in Ireland. With our boy, your boy, Conor McGregor.
Oh man,
who's being accused right now of rape, and it happened I think last December.
They raping everywhere out here, bro.
Yo, shit is worldwide. Man, but yo, don't be laughing at that.
You the one laughing. I'm like, bruh, yeah.
But yeah, he's being accused of rape, and it happened last December, and it's surfacing now everywhere. Sure only is. Here in America.
Sure is.
Because over there, the law, you cannot say somebody's name who's not been convicted of a crime.
Wow. And in the UK, it's that way.
In the UK, yeah. And hasn't been convicted. He's just being accused. And his people, or his spokesperson, Karen Kesher, she issued a statement denying everything and saying that it's just rumors. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people think that this is because of him retiring from UFC.
I think it's connected. I would not be surprised if the UFC are the people who released this.
Oh, I was thinking that too.
Oh, yeah. In the same way, I don't know if you remember Odell Beckham, when he was in his contract negotiations with the Giants.
Yeah.
A video or something came out with him and some girls, and the girls was doing coke, and he was holding a joint. Yeah, that came out. It's to bring down the value so we can sign you to a cheaper contract.
Exactly.
And I would not be surprised, because this thing about Conor has been known since
last year.
Yeah, last December.
Everybody knows about it since last year.
Exactly.
Actually, he posted bail and everything.
Right.
He was just accused, never convicted.
Exactly.
It just resurfaced now.
That's what I'm saying. I don't put anything past these businesses, man. They don't care about your personal well-being.
No,
everything's about the bottom line,
They only care about the bottom dollar. Like they only care about what you can bring to them as opposed to what they can bring to you.
Hell yeah.
it's
and
not
if they can hurt your livelihood.
Yeah, they don't care about hurting your livelihood. If they can get you for a cheaper dollar, it's better for them. And we've seen this throughout sports.
Word.
Well, if we remember when Isaiah Thomas had a crazy year, contract was up.
Yeah.
And the Boston Celtics start putting out, his hip. Oh no, not the Boston Celtics. Well, both teams.
Yeah,
Boston
I was gonna
Celtics.
say both teams. Exactly.
No, but it was really the Cavaliers. They were saying, we should get more for Kyrie because this guy's hip still hurts and stuff like this. So they were devaluing Isaiah Thomas to get more assets for Kyrie Irving.
They view you, like you said,
You're
viewed
viewed
as an asset
or a liability.
You're not a person.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're one or the other. You're not viewed as a person to businesses and stuff.
And
so they do that to
Just in this particular case, we're not even discussing whether Conor raped her or not. Like, that's gonna play itself out, and if he did, he should be punished. It's weird that, again, this comes out right after he retires, when this has been public knowledge, it's been out there. Yo, do you think for a dude like Conor, is this hurting his image?
I think it hurts his image only if he goes back to fighting, because he's already moved on to other ventures. Like, maybe UFC did this so they have a reason to drop his, because they picked up his vodka, whiskey, not vodka, whiskey. What's the name of it? Do you remember?
Premium whiskey or some shit.
I forgot the name of it.
Man, this is no facts, no problem, baby.
No facts, man, no problems. And they had picked his whiskey up as a sponsorship, and I think they had signed that when he first started negotiating to do his whiskey, which is before the allegations and everything.
Okay.
They finally got all the contract done.
Yeah.
He leaves UFC, so they resurface it back up so they can drop it, saying that it'll hurt the image or hurt the brand of UFC.
To be associated,
just to bring him back in at a cheaper rate or something like this. And I think companies, just like we said, they'll do it to fuck somebody over.
Absolutely.
Or fuck the worker over.
Absolutely. I think in terms of his image, weirdly, I didn't think many things could damage his image, but a rape charge is not it, boy. You don't want that. You don't want that attached, That's not something that gives you any credibility on any level. So I don't know. If it was other things, if he was getting into more, because, recently he slapped the phone out of someone's hand or whatever. I felt like that was part of his bad boy image. Like, it went
he even fought
with who he was.
He even fought with the mafia, with people that have mafia ties over there in Ireland. With
yeah?
Yeah, he fought with them and stuff.
He about that.
So, and that just made him more popular.
Exactly.
That he doesn't give a fuck who he's fighting,
No,
but a rape, man, that's
rape charge ain't it, bro. You don't want that.
That shit'll fuck your whole image up.
You don't want that. Hell no. Yo, are there any celebrities who you think could benefit from? I mean, not a rape. There's no one who could benefit from a rape charge, right? Even if it's a false one.
Hell no, nobody could. The only way that somebody could come out of this is if her coming out that she's lying sticks more than her accusing him of the lie.
Absolutely.
That's what'll stick. Or that
comeback.
Yeah, the comeback. Everybody likes a comeback story. Or,
that's a fact.
Word,
Conor, if she's lying about you, you go above and beyond to make sure that
you sue her for defamation of character for all of this, because she's hurting your pocket, man. If you do lose money on this, I'm sure a lawyer can come up with some witty words and fuck people up.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy? A lot of people that are like at the top of their game, not saying he's at the top, but he's like viewed as one of the top.
He's sitting at the top. Yeah.
He hasn't fought in a while, like 2 fights in 4 years.
True. I'm just saying in terms of casual fans, I think he's at the top.
Exactly, he's at the top.
What were you going to say about people who are at the top of the
They're
game?
always accused of rape. Like Mike Tyson at one point, all he did was eat that woman's pussy. All he did was eat her. All I did was perform fellatio on this woman, right? That's what he said.
That's what he said. He said, how could you rape somebody? But I'm like, Mike, that could still be rape,
That could still be rape,
like,
Mike. Him, Kobe when he was at the top. Well, who else got accused of rape?
No, you know what's weird though? I think some of them do be raping.
No, I think so too.
And others, no, but I think in many other circumstances, they're seen as a come up, man. We've seen this too often. This too often, where she might regret it or she might not get what she thought she was getting, and it goes left. And in none of those circumstances do people's image get better in the public.
In the public eye, I know. Especially now with technology, that if you Google somebody, that's gonna be if you Google KP today, it's not gonna be, he's the unicorn.
Stats,
it's gonna be the rape allegations.
Rapey boy. Oof.
And same thing with Conor McGregor.
Yo, do you think the Mavericks are smart? Because the Mavericks knew about all this.
The Mavericks knew about all this.
Do you think they're smart for trading for him anyway?
You know what's crazy? I was thinking that maybe even they could have leaked it, because his contract is coming up, end of his rookie year.
Ooh,
they could get him for cheaper. This
Will.
is a conspiracy, man.
Tinfoil hat Will. I didn't even go there. That's true.
They could probably get him for cheap. I don't think Mark Cuban will do it.
No, you got to repeat because you might have just gone over some people's heads. Will, you gotta let that marinate.
We know.
Gotta let that simmer. So KP is under contract. This is the last year of his contract
of his rookie deal.
Of his rookie deal.
They got him for cheap.
So he's getting paid pennies on the dollar.
Exactly.
His next contract is supposed to be a big one.
Yep.
Right? Because he's been an all-star and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, all-star. He's seen as a unicorn. Mavericks have him.
All right.
Obviously, they want to re-sign him.
So you're thinking,
what if Mark Cuban's people, this PR firms or whoever he hires, they leak this information out? Because everybody has known about it. The NBA knew about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
The Knicks knew about it, obviously, and the Mavs knew about it before the trade, before everything, before the public got it.
That's a
His
fact.
contract
I didn't even think of that. See, that's proof right there to tell you I'm not a conspiracy. You feel me? I'm not a conspiracy buff kind of guy. But dude, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Like they want to keep him, but just for cheaper.
What's the dude's name in Orlando? He's also from Europe.
In Orlando, Vucevic?
The center? He's a free agent.
Yeah.
He's going to the Mavs.
You think so?
That they're going to be Team Europe.
How you figure?
Dogs. They're all cool. They all work out together.
But I think he's going to go where who's going to give him the most money.
You don't think they can offer him the most money?
Not the most, but they can offer him the most is Orlando.
But
and I think Orlando's going to do it, or else they have to claim that they're tanking. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna want to stay in. They're losing. They're losers.
I wouldn't stay in Florida.
Me either. Florida crazy.
I wouldn't stay in Florida. Hell no.
They different up there.
Exactly. Texas ain't that much better, but at Texas, at least you got Dallas, Houston.
They're in Dallas.
Exactly.
The whole Florida crazy.
Wow. But again, his image, I don't think is going to necessarily recover from this. It's kind of like your man Jussie.
Yep.
Jussie Smollet. I don't think so. For those of you who don't know, the charges. If you don't know about this, Jussie Smollet is the one who claimed that he was attacked in Chicago. He was attacked by people wearing MAGA gear, and they put a noose around him and bleach and all this stuff. And then it came out that why are you laughing?
I could just picture somebody who walks around with a noose in negative degree weather.
Dog. In Chicago at that, where everybody else got a gun. Like, I don't know, dog. So allegedly, Jussie had a noose tied around his neck, and he was attacked. Later on, it turns out that he may have orchestrated this thing, and he paid off two Nigerian brothers.
Whose business is booming, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
The whole fitness thing, yeah.
Okay,
Their fitness is booming.
Yeah, they're actually trainers. They're really, physically fit guys or whatever. Yeah, allegedly it came out that Jussie orchestrated this whole thing, and it was going to play out in court. But long story short, the charges were dropped, and it looks like a deal was made.
Yeah. They're not really dropped. You can't, if the deal's made, then charges are not dropped.
Okay,
yeah.
right. So what would the actual term be?
It's basically you do a plea deal.
Oh, okay, a plea deal. Okay. Yeah. So did he plead not guilty?
Yeah, when you do a plea deal, you plead not. He already had pled not guilty.
Yeah, no, I knew that.
But when you do a plea deal, you do community service.
Exactly. He had done 18 hours of community service.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah,
that's not real community service. What he did.
He served the community. What did he do for community service?
He just went and chilled at somebody's spot that he's cool with. The celebrity owned. They have a community center.
Okay.
And it's celebrity owned though. I forgot the guy's name, who he's cool with.
Right.
And he went and he just showed up for 10 hours. Like maybe one day, spent 10 hours there, whatever. It's not real community service.
Serving that community.
Community service, when a judge appoints it to you, is like, go paint. Like they made Chris Brown paint the halls of a high school?
Yeah, exactly.
It's supposed to be appointed by the judge to do community in a certain community or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's not what he did. He went to like a celebrity location where he probably didn't do anything, just sat there. It was all orchestrated.
Damn it, Jussie.
Because he was cool with the DA, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Him, whatever.
Yeah, the original one. She had to recuse herself from the case.
I know, but it was already too late.
Yeah, it was too late. So for those of you who don't know, the district attorney is cool with Jussie's family. Jussie has a big family that's like big in the acting world or whatever. The district attorney was cool with his family, and she had to recuse herself from the case because of this proximity to Jussie's family.
Yep.
But like Will is saying, the damage was kind of already done in terms of he allegedly having a favorable judgment.
She was the one that moved the case from the local police to the FBI.
Fuck the Chicago Police Department, so I ain't even tripping about that, but go ahead.
But she also did it where, like, whatever the FBI would tell her, she would tell Jussie's team.
Oh,
so, like, he was aware of everything that was going on the whole time. Yeah, that's
damn it, man.
That's corruption at its finest. Like
OD.
in plain sight.
Plain sight, hell yeah. Yo, but okay, but on another note, how badly do you think his image is affected?
Oh,
we're talking about image.
That shit is to me is crazy affected because we see the show got the lowest ratings ever.
Right.
Empire.
Right,
they wrote him off the last 2, whatever. He can't go anywhere without.
But hold on.
The show's been dying.
I was gonna say, like, is it because of him?
No, I think it was gonna go down no matter what, but it wouldn't be so drastic. Yeah, it's a sinking ship.
Okay.
I don't think the numbers would be so drastic, is what I'm saying.
Got you.
But yeah, and then like everyone is coming after him. Like Donald Trump tweeted about how it's bad if Donald Trump. I mean, not really. He shits on everybody.
No, he shits on everybody, but it brings a different kind of attention to you. And he wants the FBI and the Department of Justice to review the case. He doesn't want this to end here. So I don't know.
Man, yeah, that one's weird.
But do you think like there's redemption for him? Like, do you think he can?
I think everyone, there should be second chances for everyone. You should be able to evolve from whatever mistake you made. Obviously, this is a mistake. He just wanted more spotlight on himself. But he just has to man up and own up to saying that.
He's sticking to his story.
He's sticking to. He wants to be the gay Tupac, but
that's what he said. I'm the gay Tupac.
I don't know, man. I think if he does want his image to go back to the way it was, where everybody loved him or whatever, he has to admit that he lied to everybody, and he continues on with more lies. That's the crazy thing.
Oh my Lord,
is lies on top of lies. I'm assuming. I mean, not I'm assuming. It's true.
We don't know, but yeah, you can have.
I mean, you're right. Yeah,
you can have.
In my opinion, I call bullshit, and I think he's lying. So he has to, admit to all those lies, atone for his sins, right? Let's walk him down the whole Chicago,
saying shame,
shame, shame, shame, shame. Throw bread at him,
Shit. Does he have to be naked?
You have to be naked. It has to be Game of Thrones style, man.
We gotta go all the way with it, boy.
He has to walk the whole, what's the streets over there? Who knows, man?
Lamron.
Yeah.
That's where Chief Keef and them from. But yeah, man, I don't know.
What about you? You think he could redeem himself?
Honestly, I don't think so. And this is why. I think in terms of the public eye, he can redeem himself.
Yeah.
We said, we love a comeback story, right? But I think in terms of Hollywood, for example, it's not necessarily going to work out for him. Because, for those of you who don't know, Rahm Emanuel is the mayor of Chicago.
Yes, sir.
And he wanted Jussie Smollet to be held accountable for what he was doing, And he didn't like that the case was being thrown out and that there would be like no ramifications. Why is Rahm Emanuel important? His brother, Ari Emanuel, is the CEO of WME. For those of you who don't know, WME is the main like agency in Hollywood. They run shit.
Yeah.
They run UFC, they run Miss Universe, they have tons of talent. They put together hella shows. If you've seen Entourage, the show Entourage, Ari Gold is based off of Ari Emanuel.
Yep.
And so like I'm saying, that's Rahm's brother. And I would not be surprised if they blackballed him. Like, you're not working here anymore. Kind of like how they did with Mel Gibson after he said what he said based on Passion of the Christ.
Yeah,
he still got work eventually.
He gets work now.
Yeah, but he's not Mel Gibson from before.
No, of course not. But he's that guy's a dinosaur already.
Hey, perhaps. But it was out there that Ari put it out there like, yo, this guy's an anti-Semite. Like, we need to shut him down. Like,
Ari said this already?
Yeah.
Well, then his career,
he put it out there. Yeah.
I mean, he can always go do plays on Broadway or something.
Right. No, but Ari hasn't said this about Jussie, but I'm saying he said this about.
He said this about Mel.
Yeah, exactly, about Mel. And as we've seen, Mel's career hasn't necessarily been the same. Yeah. And I would not be surprised again if Rahm told his bro, like, "Hey, man, let's put the kibosh on this boy. Shut this down."
Listen, man, I'm calling it a brotherly favor.
Exactly.
Put the word out, man.
Family. Yeah.
You think they're gonna definitely write him off now? They have no choice.
I mean, like we said, it's a sinking ship anyway, so I wouldn't be surprised if the whole show's deaded.
I mean, the whole show might be dead, man. They're not gonna get renewed. Probably, you're right.
I think he needs to follow the JussEricMatthew road to redemption.
Lay low.
He's trying. First, you atone.
Yeah, well,
that's first.
It's gonna be a hard one.
You gotta atone on some level. We even see Cardi. She atones, but then she talks a little shit. You gotta atone on some level, but then lay low, player. Disappear. You ain't gotta be on Front Street all the time, baby. Come on.
He tried. He was up for Best Supporting Actor in that award show that just passed.
Okay.
What was the name of that award show? Who knows? We ain't got no facts.
We ain't got no facts.
He didn't show up though. Everyone thought he flew to LA to show up to this because there was a high chance of him winning.
Got you.
Before,
it's probably the NAACP Image Awards.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Oh shit!
Damn, you good, man?
Good,
this guy good. Chris Rock was, making fun of him during the show and stuff. Oh, wow. Even though they asked him not to.
Yeah, Chris Rock don't give a fuck.
He don't give a fuck.
Chris Rock, Brooklyn, baby.
So yeah, man. I think he will have a. He'll have a career after this, maybe a low one or a little one, or whatever.
It'll take some time, but I think he can. I think he can get back.
He'll get back eventually. What about his case? You think a lot of people are saying that his case affects other cases around the nation, a la R. Kelly's?
But why?
They're saying that the DA lost that one, so they're gonna try to go for a win in the R. Kelly one,
right?
And they're not gonna offer no plea deals, none of this.
Two high profile joints, right?
Two high profile joints, yeah. Both in Chicago.
I mean, I think what's going on with the lawyer affects the R. Kelly case more.
Oh, me too. Let's talk about it. Michael Avanetti.
Okay.
You know?
Avanetti. I don't know if you're an Italian, but it's Avanetti. Hey.
My man Avanetti, as we all know.
Is that racist of me? There's no such thing as race. Continue.
Talk about it, man. But, he's the lawyer who we all know from Stormy Daniels and so on and so forth. He's also the lawyer who handed in all the tapes for R. Kelly's trial. And he's actually in trial now for extortion.
Boy.
For extorting Nike. Trying to extort Nike. And the tapes that he got were from a known extortionist that he gave.
So it's extortion all over this bitch.
Well, this shit is inception for extortion. This shit is layers. There's layers to this shit.
Extortion within an extortion. This shit is my man said it.
But you think that one's gonna affect the R. Kelly case as well?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I think the lawyer would affect it more than Jussie. Jussie, I think he's going to get in trouble because Trump is asking for the FBI and Department of Justice
Trump
to go
is stepping in.
Exactly. When the fucking president is turning their attention to you, that's not the kind of smoke you want. You feel me?
Word.
For Michael Avenatti, I think he affects the case in terms of credibility. You know, it's not going to affect whether R. Kelly's guilty or not. Because even if this was an extortion attempt, even if it was procured by, shady manners, at the end of the day, he's fucking underage girls. So,
that son of a bitch.
You know, he's going to be in trouble regardless. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I think he's going to be in trouble regardless.
And he should pay for that. Like, if he's fucking underage girls, I don't care how they landed on the videos. Like, he should... You should be punished.
If the video's there, you saw it.
Yeah,
it's hard to unsee something.
Exactly.
That's you know a lot of times in court cases when the jury's there, they show you something and then they say,
strike it from the record.
Yeah, strike it from the record. Everyone forget about subject B or whatever.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah, but it's gonna be hard for a human to forget those videos.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Come on, bro.
So, but I do think it'll affect it in the sense that. How do you believe an extortionist? I mean, this guy.
It's on tape.
It's on tape, though. It's on tape. What I mean by it's gonna hurt the case a little bit is because the trial hasn't started,
right?
So no one has seen these tapes,
right?
Jury hasn't seen it. If they say for any reason, this was handed to me by extortionists, you got it illegally, which the lawyer is trying to do now. Take those tapes out
to make him inadmissible.
Yeah. So if it does happen that because they got it from an extortionist who got it from another extortionist
who himself was being extorted,
and the jury never sees this,
right?
Then that's gonna affect the trial.
Inevitably affects
if I never saw him do it,
absolutely.
And we're just going based off words, it's harder to prove because in the United States is you're supposed to be guilty without reasonable doubt. Without reasonable doubt. And I know someone on that jury is gonna have doubt.
Oh yeah,
if they don't have evidence,
dude. I thought R. Kelly was gonna get off regardless.
I thought he was gonna get off as
jury
well.
trial. Yeah,
yeah.
Based off a jury trial, you don't know what people be thinking, man. Like you said, any reasonable doubt to make him not guilty. I think one of those 12 jurors would find one, and he'd get off. And
unless they get 12 women there that all have daughters,
man,
that'll be hard to not convince.
No,
those
but that's
women.
what I'm saying. Even in that jury selection.
I know
they
that's
find their ways
happen.
around. Yeah, like so for me, I think R. Kelly is fucked in terms of the tapes being shown. But if they're not shown, you definitely throw in a new wrinkle in there. But like I said, a jury trial, it's not.
He's
looking
getting
good.
out.
It's not looking good, man.
Jigga Kelly not guilty. That's the old one right there. That's the first time they beat it.
Word. That was damn.
Well, not they. I don't mean
no,
they.
not
I mean
Jay didn't do that.
Jay
That
beat
was-
something else,
yeah.
but this guy beat the rape.
Man, listen.
We're gonna have not guilty part 2 when he comes out. This guy was
Right.
asking to leave the country.
Right.
Obviously, it was
like
denied.
Dubai or some shit.
You imagine? He said he was gonna meet with the prince and
Yeah.
all the high, and they all said
They were
that
like,
he's lying.
nah,
buddy. What
we're
are you
not
talking
scheduled
about?
to see
Yeah.
you. We don't know you. I know you from where? Elementary school.
Michael is in court for extortion because he says that Nike paid students to go to particular schools, and then in one case, AAU team lost the Nike sponsorship, and then they paid him $20 million to mediate the whole thing.
Well, that's what he wanted. He was
That's what he wants.
Yeah, so basically, one of these AAU teams that Nike was paying off, they lost their Nike sponsorship. And to keep them quiet, Avenatti was saying, okay, I'm going to go tell Nike and be like, yo, you know, you got to give me XYZ amount of money so that I don't tell the world that y'all were paying these players to go to particular schools. For those of you who don't know, college basketball is a dirty game. This is how it goes.
Super dirty.
Yeah. Shoe companies, since they can't pay the players directly, what shoe companies will do is they'll pay their traveling teams while they're still in high school to funnel students to particular schools. Yep. And the coaches can get paid via the shoe contracts. The school can get paid via the shoe contracts. Everyone can get paid via the shoe contracts,
But
save for the
students.
exactly, save for the student athletes. This is a way that they do it. They do it through the AAU teams. So Michael apparently has this information, and he is claiming that the $20 million he was requesting, because he says any money that I may have requested was going to be for service rendered. So
Yeah.
him playing the middleman, him keeping the peace, would have been the $20 million fee. I don't know what fucking peace in the Middle East. I don't know what the fuck.
Yo, that's a lot.
Could be
of
worth
money.
$20 million. Exactly. Nike wasn't playing it. You know, Nike's one of the big wigs, and they got him on tape asking for this bread and stuff. So
Yep.
I don't know, man. I think he's going to go down for this, but him being a lawyer, I'm sure he covered himself. So when I say go down, he's probably not going to do jail time, but it might be like some community service type shit, you know?
It'll be like, I mean, they already took his bar away.
So he's been disbarred.
Yeah, well, in that state, I think.
All right,
In a
okay.
certain state, whatever. I think they
Okay.
took his bar away. Maybe it'll go national where he can't be a lawyer
I saw
anymore.
he could only fly New York, California.
Yeah. So maybe if something does happen, I think something happens to both people. Because if he says he has proof and he shows the proof,
Yeah.
then Nike has to pay for the consequences of them paying student
They
athletes.
always get off, man.
I mean, they always do get off.
Big ass corporation like Nike, bro.
Nike's
Yo,
the
is
big
there
one.
is there a brand bigger than Nike in the world?
In the world, of course.
Yeah. Who?
Bigger than Nike?
Yeah.
Apple's bigger than Nike.
Apple's bigger than Nike in those countries where people ain't got no shirts on and shit like that. You think so?
I think they're more known. Yeah, I think they're more successful. Maybe not Apple, but Google.
When I say bigger, I mean literally more known. Not necessarily who makes the most profit. No. I know you're a money guy. No, I'm saying bigger in the sense of the most known label. I would venture to say it's Nike, bro.
I think it's Nike, but I think oil companies got them beat.
But that's what I'm saying. Even an oil company, if I live in some village, ain't nobody drop off no shirts with oil companies on it. Nah.
They don't drop shirts off for Nike anymore.
Yeah.
Who?
Anytime we have like a championship.
Those are not
series,
Nike shirts though. Those are the the Pele Pele
hold
Fruit of the
on.
Loop shits.
No. A lot of those times. So I'm gonna tell you. So two teams.
I don't like that, by the way.
Well, you're gonna explain in a second. Hold on. So two teams. He said, I don't like that. I don't want nobody to get no free shirts. No, I know that's not what you're saying. I know. So two teams play in a championship. Obviously, there can only be one winner. But what happens is these companies, they print these shirts out beforehand.
Yeah.
So they're ready. So that's why right after the game, you'll see, they'll have the shirts ready. World champion.
Everybody's wearing
New York
hats,
Knicks. You feel
everything.
me? Exactly.
Knicks, baby.
Exactly.
Talk about
But they have those shirts for the other team. So what happens with those shirts for the other team? They can't resell them. I mean, they can, but they don't. What happens is they start donating them to people who they deem are in need. And oftentimes that Nike logo is there. And the Nike shoes and so that's why I'm saying in those countries where people ain't got no cell phones. I know of places in the Congo right now, motherfuckers ain't got no cell phones. They Apple.
Maybe like that.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Yeah, swing that.
Yeah, maybe in those locations. Yeah.
But what were you saying? Why don't you like it?
I don't like that they send out shirts like that. They give it out for free in the sense that I mean, it's good that they're getting a free shirt because a lot of people don't have shirts to wear on their back.
Right.
But also, if
what about the shirts to wear on their feet?
Buddy, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
You gotta put on the shirt wherever you want.
But imagine you live in one of these locations, right?
All right.
And you're the only person that sells shirts.
Okay.
In this location.
Okay.
And they just gave your whole community 50 shirts. No one's gonna go buy a shirt from you anymore.
Man, fuck your business, bro. Motherfuckers is out here with no shirts.
No,
fuck your business.
So
maybe you need to lower the prices of your bum ass t-shirt store.
Well, we're talking about if it's in a community where nobody could afford anything. She's probably selling it for $1 or trading it, even trading it.
Okay, no, that's different.
Let's say they do trades. You know, you barter.
That's different.
Matter of fact, my friend told me that where he's from in Ethiopia, they still trade cows for crops. And stuff like this, because they can't afford to do it with money. Right. So let's say you live in a location where you have the only shirt company, because it's a small communities. Right. You have the only shirt company there, and everybody just got free shirts, 2 or 3 free shirts. Now they're not gonna go to you, right. So you can't trade with anybody. Now your family's fucked.
Yeah.
You know, and even in terms of money, the way to get a community going or even a certain set of people is, unfortunately, money makes the world go round.
Big facts.
So,
I would say it's pussy.
Hey, go ahead. And a lot of people would agree with you, man, you know. But money makes the world go round to a lot of people, you know, a lot of these business people. So if they keep a certain community poor by dumping these free shirts, these free shoes inside the community, they know that they are not gonna help each other out in the sense that if I have to walk 10 miles to get a shirt, right, or to the next community over, right, or whatever the case may be, if I'm getting it free, I don't have to spend money. So your community is not cycling money. It's not making it go around.
It's not mobile.
So everyone, the money's at a standstill. So everyone's staying you're staying in whatever they kept
little
you.
Pocket,
so
exactly.
It goes along with what we talked about the Green Book. Remember how
with Killer Mike and
if you keep money in a certain community, what they're doing by giving those free shirts out to me is stopping that money from circulating.
Wow,
so they keep you poor.
Yeah.
Basically by giving you the free shirt. They're helping you and hurting you at the same time. But they're hurting you in the long term. You can wear that shirt all summer. Right. But what happens when that shirt rips? You have to wait for the next Super Bowl.
So, situation. Right. You have to wait for the next losing team. So would a fix be maybe giving these shirts to the t-shirt company?
You can give it to somebody to sell or to trade or whatever,
or to barter, exactly.
But not just her, because then she can monopolize it.
You
don't want somebody to have a monopoly on it.
But basically, they should be a bit more calculated with.
They should be more cautious or culturally aware, whatever, because they're hurting them in the long term. That's what I feel, though.
No, I feel you, and that's a great point. That's a great point. I mean, I would feel like if I was one of these villagers with no shirt, fuck this company, fuck this circulating dollar. I'm cold, okay? Drop off this bum ass shirt.
Of course, but
I hear you.
They keep you thinking that
loud
way.
And clear.
If you're in that community, you care more about a shirt now than you care more about the day than in your future. Mm-hmm. We're fortunate enough that we have clothes, so I don't have to think about not being cold or being
exactly.
I don't have to think about. Now, I could just put on any shirt I want.
Exactly.
I can think about my future. Yeah. These guys have to think now, in the present.
They have to think in the present. Exactly.
That's why I don't like it.
That's like I said. That was a great point. That's a great point. I didn't think about it that way, and I know some of y'all ain't think about it that way. So don't be sitting there talking about, Eric, you need to open your mind, because we'll just put y'all on the game too. All right. But on another note, what do you think happens to Nike?
I think nothing happens to Nike. In an ideal world, they have to pay for it where they can't, give out any more sponsorships or something. Like, hurt their pocket, man. That's how you make a company pay. You hurt their pocket. But I don't think anything happens to them. Like, ban them from, advertising in 10 televised games. Something. Something.
Right.
Just get the ball rolling.
Yeah, no, you're totally right, man. I don't think anything is going to happen to Nike. And matter of fact, did you just see Lonzo Ball is supposed to be signing with Nike? Did you peep?
Yeah, that's a rumor.
Yeah, so as long as the athletes are still signing with Nike, I don't see it moving one way or another. Lonzo Ball, for those of you who don't know, he and his family, his father and his brothers, they had a Big Baller brand.
Big Baller brand, baby.
Triple B's. So it was Lonzo, LeVar, LaMelo, LiAngelo,
and
Lakeisha, Locrio de Salami.
All that, man. Un Locrio de Salami.
All of that. Apparently, the co-founder of Triple B's, Alan Foster, stole more than $1.5 million of Lonzo's money.
Yep.
which led to Lonzo covering up his Triple B's tattoo. And now they're saying that, Lonzo and his brothers are kind of beefing with Dad. Because Dad is the one who brought this Alan Foster guy in.
Yeah, they're not talking with the father right now.
Exactly. I immediately thought, because I watched their Facebook show. I used to.
I didn't even know they had one.
Yeah, they had a Facebook show. It was pretty entertaining at the beginning. I don't really do reality TV. I did it. Off. Yeah, no, I don't do reality TV. But this I did it because it was sports, and there was so much noise about his father.
Yeah.
I needed to see for myself, like, what's the deal with LeVar?
He said he could be Michael Jordan back in the day.
He was talking all kinds of shit. I peeped, and dude, the only thing I got from it was he was a loving ass dad. Yeah. He's loud as hell. Dude, you grow up in the hood. Motherfuckers, when they go to games and shit, they're loud, right?
All parent. Exactly. Yeah, whatever parent goes, yeah.
Whatever parent goes, their kid is the best. They're screaming. That's just how it is. Like, maybe that's why I wasn't offended by LeVar. I'm like, I know 35,000 LeVar Balls. Like, I grew up with LeVar Ball. You go to the park, there's someone talking shit. There's someone claiming that his boy is better than all the little kids in here. You know, that's just how it is. I felt like it was just a loving father. But now they're saying that he's beefing with the Pops. Like, first of all, do you think the Pops is to blame even?
I think all the blame should be on Alan Foster. It shouldn't be the father. Even though the father kind of...
He's the one that brought him in.
He's the one that brought him in, but it should be on Alan Foster. It shouldn't have anything to do with the father.
Right.
But we don't know all the facts yet.
Exactly.
Because I think the father finally said something. He just said, it was we were bit by a snake.
Oh.
So...
Okay, so Pops is obviously aligning himself with his children.
With his sons, still. Yeah. We were bit by a snake, and then... Yeah. And then, but he's still promoting the brand. He's still doing
Pops is.
Yeah, they have a tournament coming up this weekend.
Yeah, no. The kids are fucking covering up tattoos and shit.
Yeah, they threw the sneakers away and everything.
Exactly. And Lonzo's like, I'm about to be my own man. It's crazy until you do it. That's why the Nike rumors started coming out. He used a phrase that Nike's been using in a lot of their promotions recently. Coming out of UCLA, Nike was pursuing him heavily. So a lot of people thought he would sign with them.
Yeah, I think he is going to sign with them. He has LeBron there, who's a Nike ambassador, if you will. Obviously, he got the huge contract. And he's in LA. It just makes sense to go with the biggest brand.
Man, you're right. I feel like they should make up with Pops. First of all, it's your father,
Yeah. I mean, they will eventually.
Yeah, I would hope so.
It's always good to, get good with somebody you're close to. But sometimes you got to sever those ties, man, if they are hurting you in a sense.
But...
I
don't know, man. With your father, it's like,
with your father, it's different.
It's
right?
a little different. It's not like a marriage. It's not marriage.
But we gotta several times with people that we're married to sometimes, right?
Oh damn, you're pro divorce?
Yeah. Whoa.
You're pro divorce?
Yeah.
I don't believe in divorce. No divorce. No, I'm playing.
Oh man, that's the church. The church came out of Eric.
I'm playing. Divorce. Man. It's time to go. It's time to go.
But speaking about severing ties or whatever, we got a one named Wendy Williams.
Oh man,
who we all know from her show, the Wendy Williams Show.
Yeah.
And
who we all know from talking shit on the radio.
Talking shit on the radio. Yeah, we're back in the day.
She would go to the club, see people doing fuck shit, and she would come talk about it on the radio the next day.
Word. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I knew she had a radio show, but I didn't know that.
Snake if I've ever seen one.
She spent a month in rehab. She was. They found her passed out drunk recently because she relapsed because she found out her husband Kevin Hunter he didn't give birth. His mistress gave birth, and they think that he's the baby daddy. Yeah. Because there's no proof yet, or there's no photos with them either. But there was photo of him and the mistress out on the beach somewhere.
Charlamagne confirmed it. Charlamagne used to be in that circle.
Yeah. He's the one that introduced them.
Yeah, exactly. So he confirmed that.
That's the baby. Yeah, oh my goodness! So there you go. So she relapsed from this. You think she's in a toxic situation?
I mean, I try to reserve judgment in terms of people's marriages, just because you don't know what people's arrangements are. You don't know what they're like behind closed doors. But from everything we hear about her and his situation, he manipulates her on a different level. And it definitely seems like a toxic situation. It definitely seems like some kind of mind control kind of thing, And Charlamagne was alluding to Kevin Hunter, the husband, being physically and verbally abusive. Yep. So I think she might be in one of those situations where she's afraid of him.
She's in too deep.
Yeah. But apparently she took off her wedding ring recently, so maybe there's traction.
She's waking
there,
up.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, what do you think?
I agree with you, man. From the outside looking in, because obviously we don't know what's going on, but from what people are saying, a la Charlamagne and a la news media, I think she's in a bad situation that she should get out of. If he is, like everyone is saying, beating her and verbally abusing her. He's even gone on record saying that he can't get a divorce from her because she financially supports him and his mistress.
He has no talent.
So exactly. So, and then the funny thing is that Wendy Williams is financially supporting him, and he's financially supporting her.
The lady, yeah.
He opened up 2 businesses for her.
Yeah,
pays for her apartment, which Wendy.
Yo, Kevin Hunter, you fucking up, dog. Yo, I don't promote the cheating shit, but if you gonna move like that, bruh, be clean about your pimping, bro. Like, why does your side chick? I mean, now she has your kid, so it's different. But before that, why is your side chick getting businesses that your wife is paying for? Like, who raised you?
Like you said earlier, we don't know if Wendy Williams and him already agreed to him being that's your main chick. Yeah. Me and you will just stay together for the image.
Yeah,
you know,
and
it's
just they have a kid themselves.
And they have a kid. Yeah, and he goes to all her shows too, allegedly. He goes to backstage or whatever. That's probably where he goes to pick up the money.
You ain't shit. That's where he goes to get his allowance.
That's where he goes to get his allowance to provide for his.
Can I get?
Baby, I need $10,000 so we can open up this store here in Malibu.
Shit, man.
But yeah, we don't know if Wendy Williams had already agreed to. We're separate.
Yeah.
But just
co-parenting type shit.
Yeah, just co-parenting. Just don't let it come to light or something.
Exactly.
And unfortunately,
because there are a lot of those where a person, it could be a man or a woman.
Yeah.
They understand that their partner wants to live a more promiscuous or a more free love kind of life.
Yep.
But they don't want to deal with the judgment from the outside. So it's like, yo, just don't let it come back home. I've heard of this.
Yeah,
too often, particularly in our environment, in our communities that don't divorce very easily. A lot of these, and we'll just play the gender game. A lot of these women know that their men are dirtbags, but it's like, I'm not about to disrupt my family because he want to sling some dick. Just be respectful. Don't have it land in my lap and just keep it pushing. Eventually, maybe we can get to a place where you're not a piece of shit and fucking everything behind my back,
That's like what I was saying. We don't know what's going on. Maybe they agreed to that. It's just unfortunate that for her and him, it came too late. Because I think it was that woman, the mistress, I don't know her name.
We don't know her name.
She probably leaked the photo of them on the beach.
But you think so? Because she'd be messing up her own gravy train.
Or maybe she wants them for himself. They already have the businesses booming. 2 of them.
Bruh.
They already have the apartment paid for.
Wendy makes that chicken.
She makes that chicken. Like, that's a different kind of money when you're a daytime talk show host, whatever,
Yeah.
You know what we're trying to say.
So y'all know what the hell we trying to say. Exactly.
That's a different kind of money right there,
Different kind of money, boy. Do you think Wendy is staying just to be comfortable?
She's clearly not happy if she keeps relapsing. So I think it's just because she's comfortable. She doesn't want her image of breaking up a marriage ruin the way people view her or whatever.
I mean,
she's always talking about people's marriages and stuff like this on her show.
That's so hypocritical. She won't talk about herself. It's like, man, Wendy, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. I have to say it. I don't feel bad for her. She's ruined a lot of other lives. She's put a lot of other people on blast.
Yeah,
the fact that she won't talk about herself, for me, is like, fuck you, dude. Like, I'm not taking you seriously. I'm upset. I feel bad for you that, you keep relapsing. That is about your health, your mental health, whatever.
Yep.
But in terms of your husband having a side chick and this all coming to light, fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you. We can keep going with the fuck yous.
Yeah, fucking Wendy, man. She's out here. She's a victim and she's doing it to herself. I don't know. She's like a self-induced
victim.
Yeah, she's like there's a word in Spanish that you say like
Say it in Spanish.
I forgot the word. That's the thing.
Oh man,
it's a misu or something like that. Misu.
Oh, a
masochist.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that you like.
You like the pain a little bit.
Yeah, you like that shit a little. That's why you stay there.
I know a couple masochists. You feel me? A little masochist out there.
She's probably on that boat to some extent, probably. Who knows,
man? But like you said, like we don't know their arrangement. So who are we to judge whether she's happy or comfortable? Like I said, I see it in our communities all the time, and people stay for different reasons, man.
Yeah.
And what works for someone else doesn't necessarily have to work for me. Kind of like with A-Rod's situation. And A-Rod and J-Lo. I don't know if you saw, apparently a British stripper is now accusing A-Rod of cheating, sending nudes, and wanting a threesome.
Talk about it.
I'm just like, yo, first of all, why does all this shit keep coming out before they get married?
Now that he proposed.
Yeah. Like,
Haters,
why
man.
wasn't anyone saying all this before he proposed?
Number one, they want that word that you hate so much. They want a little clout, I think.
God.
They want to be in the news related to, because this is a big deal.
Everybody want to be somebody, man. Yo, you're stripping, you're popping that pussy, and you're making your money. Strip and pop that pussy and make your money. You don't have to fuck up people's homes and start, maybe he did do this. Maybe he is asking for threesome.
But
and maybe
why
he was
now?
cheating.
Why does she wait
That's
till
what I'm
now
saying, man.
to come up with
That's what I'm
this,
saying. If you was quiet about it, if they were living in their happy bliss, let them do their thing, bro. You know?
Why didn't she tweet it or whatever the second it happened?
I don't know, man. I'm sure there's more backstory to this, but and my man wanting a threesome, like she put it out. You know how many dudes out here want a threesome?
Like you can ask 100 people and 98.9 will say yeah.
You know, like come on, man. Yo, but do you think they make it to the altar? A-Rod and J-Lo.
A-Rod and J-Lo to the altar. I think they do get married. I think that shit is not phasing them. They were out. They put a video out that they were working on like 5 a.m. or something. He be trading her. They were in a club somewhere. She was shaking her ass.
Let's get it.
He was on the set of her movie that they're filming.
Yeah.
That she's a stripper in. That's crazy.
Yes.
Right? Yeah?
I did see that. Word.
Cardi B's in it. J-Lo's in it. All of them are in it. And I think he was on the set of that. I think they're unfazed by all these allegations.
Heard you.
You know, bring out some hard evidence, and then maybe J-Lo will.
Or
back
just
off.
Don't wait until they're announcing some good things with themselves, and maybe this will stick more. I don't know. I feel like strippers should respect the G code. I feel like everybody should respect the G code. If it's not directly affecting and involving you, it is not your job. I don't like this notion of I'm gonna come to you as a woman. You know how they say online, I'm coming to you as a woman. It's like, bro, mind your business.
Yo, man, hit me up just yesterday.
Mind your business. And dudes, the same thing. There's no reason for you to slide in some other dude's DMs, I guess. Yo, your shorty's doing, bro.
You ever known somebody to do that?
If I sit and think, I'm sure.
I know somebody, but I'm not gonna say it.
No. We gotta get story time with Uncle Will.
We're gonna get story time with Uncle Will.
Leave
Let's
the
talk
names
about
out. Story time with Uncle
names.
Will.
No names.
No name.
This guy.
Talk about it.
At the time, I was dating a girl. Her name is blurred out.
Fulanita.
I'll say it so you can know who it is.
Okay.
I'm dating this girl, and one of my boys goes into her DM and says, "Yo, Will got head yesterday from a girl named." At the time, it was a girl named. So he goes into her DMs. He tells her, "Oh, Will got head yesterday in my house from such and such girl.
Wow.
You should leave him or get even and do something with me."
Wow.
Is what the guy says to her.
Dirty macking, bro. That's what I'm saying. Disgusting.
Right? Motherfucker. Little does he know is I'm with her at the time.
Right.
And she shows me the DM.
Oh, my Lord. What was her reaction when she got that message, first of all?
She told me, cut the grass. Which at the time, I was like, what the hell you talking about? She said, there's snakes in your...
snakes in the grass,
snakes in your circle.
Big facts.
And she showed me that,
That's what I'm saying. But that dirty macking shit, you see that's like some high school shit, right?
That was high school shit.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, this shit... Fam, these are grown ass adults trying to live their lives. Like, come on, man, keep it classy, y'all.
Keep it classy, man.
Keep it in your pants, but keep it classy.
Come on,
I'm saying if it has to come out your pants, keep it classy. Anyway, what do we need the people to do, Will?
Listen, we need everybody to go on iTunes, go on Spotify, go on wherever you listen to us, because we everywhere, baby.
Yes, we live, baby. We running up the numbers, baby.
Yeah, man, give us a rating, give us a review. Yes. Be honest, no hurt feelings on this side.
Word, hold on, let me jump in just for 2 seconds.
Talk about it.
Go on there, guys. You're listening, guys and gals. Excuse me. Go on there, guys and gals. You're listening. It's no facts, no problem. You see how we give it up. You see how we serve it up. Just go on there, be honest. You don't have to be nice because you know us. Or you don't have to be nice because we sound like you know us. Just go on there and be honest, and that's how the show is going to get better. Make suggestions. Make critiques. That's what we want. You dig?
Yes, sir. We want to grow. We want to get better.
That's good.
And we need your reviews and your all your critiques.
Word.
So help us get there.
Word. So where could they find you? Where can they find iLLWill?
iLLWill, baby, the two-time Son of the Year Award, 98, 99.
Let's get it.
That's back to back in case you guys didn't know how numbers worked. But you can find me on Twitter at Worldwide Will, because I am worldwide. You know what I mean? And on Instagram, I'm the real Will.
Okay.
You know,
because there are a lot of fake Wills out there.
There's a lot of fake ones, man, but I'm the real one.
All right.
You know. And where can they find you, buddy? Talk to me.
Where can they find me? I mean, I'm not the two. Nah. They can find me at just plain old JussEricMatthew, but the Juss is JUSS. JussEricMatthew. I'm really on Twitter. You hit me on Twitter, I'll hit you back. It's lit. It's love. Feel me? I spread love. I share love.
Talk about it.
Peace and love.
And
you go inside joke.
And you can find us at No Facts No Problems.
Oh yeah,
everywhere.
That's directly the podcast. No Facts No Problems. That's everywhere. Like Will said, Instagram, Twitter, fucking Facebook. I don't know.
Everything. Man.
You should just go on and get on it.
Oh my God, move on.
You ready for some deportes?
Let's talk some deportes.
Some
gotta throw that R in there, man. Some deportes, you know. Don't on this show.
No.
That's just copyright. But yo, let's talk some deportes. Some NBA talk to start it off. We got a 22-year-old in his 4th season.
Your boy.
We all know him as Devin Booker.
Yeah. Man, Devin Booker, I don't know if you saw it recently. He had another 50-point game or some shit.
He had a 50-point game.
Yeah, he had 59 one game. He followed it up with another 50
50-pointer.
But in that first game, his team was losing by 30-something, right? And his coach put him back in the game.
Yep.
To keep scoring. And the other team made sure he wouldn't get 60. So they started fouling
other
players from his team so that they would have to shoot free throws.
Yep.
Devin plays on the Phoenix Suns.
Phoenix Suns, baby.
The Phoenix Suns.
And
they are horrible. They have a 17-59 record. That's 17 wins, 59 losses.
Terrible.
You know,
terrible.
they're last in the West.
They were the first team eliminated from the playoffs.
Exactly. On the West.
On the West.
Knicks, you know.
On the East. Yeah. But they were the first overall, the whole NBA.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Basically, my question is, did Booker do anything wrong by going back in the game? Down that many points, by going back in the game and just running up the score for himself?
I don't see anything wrong with it. I like that somebody's chasing what... To him, that's a milestone because his team he's been on the losing end for whatever.
Yeah.
He needs some highlights in his thing. And ultimately, it's not him who makes the choice to go back in the game. It's the coach. And I think the coach did it because he wants to be on Devin's good side. Because he's up for a contract.
Yeah. It's the coach's first year. Coach Igor Kokoskov.
Yeah.
He's a first-year coach, yeah.
He only has a 1-year contract, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
He's out at the end of this year.
Baby.
That's why he's trying to stay good with their star player.
Yeah,
because I know the team is gonna ask. A lot of people won't admit it, but teams do go to players and ask, "Oh, how do you
want to
feel
play
about
with this guy?" Absolutely.
Yeah, and him probably hyping up Booker in the thing like, "Yo, you got to get 60. You got to do,
man."
Throws him back in there.
Well, I'm sorry.
Talk about it. I know you disagree.
I disagree completely. First of all, as a coach, you get more respect from your players if your players realize that you're firm. If you're going to be wishy-washy and putting, you want to go for this record, the point is to win the game. Like my man Herm Edwards said, you play to win the game. Yeah, if you're down by that many, you let the bench play. He already got his. You're not coming back in that game. It just looks like you're trying to run up the score at that point. And for Devin Booker, I'm sorry, but I'm not impressed by him. He's a good player, but all the love and praise he wants to get, dude, you're on a losing team. Y'all get spanked by 30 on the regular. Last season he had a 70-point game, and they were holding up the paper celebrating his 70 points. They lost the game.
They lost the game.
Yeah, even in these 2 50-point games, they lost the game.
All they do is lose.
Whole point. All they fucking do is lose.
Playoffs.
The whole purpose. Good. I needed that laugh because I was getting upset. The whole purpose of the game, for those of you who don't play sports, is to win the game.
You play to win the game.
That's it, bro. All that other shit, the individual accolades, those are, cherry on top, icing on the cake. You feel me? That's head before and after. Like, it's not the main course. You know what I'm saying?
That's the happy ending.
Robert Kraft, who paid for that pussy.
Man, that's some Robert Kraft.
That's that happy ending, man. Come on.
No, I agree. I don't think he should have played or anything, but I think the coach wants to keep his job.
Yeah.
So you keep the star player happy.
It's
I wouldn't be surprised
that
the way that Booker talks about him scoring 70, I don't know if you've seen him. Oh, I can go out there and score 70, and other teams know that.
Yeah.
I think the coach knows who that kid is because he's still young.
He knows what he
cares about scoring. That's what.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like the coach, you have a bigger job to do. You have to teach him how to be a pro. Booker's been in the league 4 or 5 years, but he's been on shitty teams the whole time. So what happens is when you don't have veteran players there to teach you the ropes, to teach you how to be a professional, you start incorporating these bad habits and they become permanent things. And that's what's happening with Booker, man. He's more concerned with scoring a bunch of points than with winning. And I don't feel bad for him. Fuck you. Stay on the trash-ass Phoenix Suns, and I hope y'all keep losing, honestly.
We had Knicks that did that. I don't know if you remember. We had like a 10-game losing streak. Happens a lot to us. Don't judge us. We're still the best.
Let's go Knicks, man.
And David Lee and 2 other players, they played good those 3 games in a row. And they actually tweeted. They later deleted the tweet. But David Lee tweeted, like, we lost, but damn, my numbers were good. Or something like this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those are young guys, man. Young guys come into the league. They're trying to make a name for themselves. And they need OGs to teach them how to be pros, man.
Yeah, man. They definitely do. But yeah, man, enough about sports. One topic this week. That's all we needed. And you got anything that bothered you this week or anything that made you feel
everything
good?
Bothers me. Fuck
everything,
is y'all talking about, man? I'm the fucking grouch out here now. Yeah, I had one thing that teed me off just a little bit.
Talk about it.
So apparently Kevin Smith comes out and he claims to be one of Cardi B's victims when she was stripping. He says he met her. They went back to the hotel room. The last thing he remembers was being really drunk in the hotel room. When he woke up, he was missing like $800 and his chain and whatever. So he claimed to have been robbed by Cardi. And online, all I saw were people making fun of him. And I just wish on some level, Will's over here laughing. So you know that this is real. I just wish on some level we kept that same energy in terms of victims. You know, if this did really happen to him, I think we should treat it as such. He says himself he's not going to press any charges. He doesn't want any, he's not on that, but he wants to state that this is real. Like she was doing this and he remembers her and he was one of the victims. And I just wish he was afforded a little more empathy, a little more understanding as opposed to mockery. Because it's like, at some point, we do have to play the game both ways. I understand that there are double standards. I'm the first one talking about it, but with some of these things, a lot of you guys look like real hypocrites with how you go about them.
About each another. I was laughing more so that I'm surprised
because you hate him. Nah.
No. I was surprised that someone actually came out.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna happen.
Oh no, people.
I mean, I knew it was gonna happen.
Want the clout nowadays. Come on, man.
No, I knew it was gonna happen. I didn't think it would be the very next day. I thought I thought it would wait, whatever. But yeah, I'll talk about something that pissed me off, and we talk about race a lot here.
Yeah.
Lil Nas X,
yes sir,
was taken off of the country charts for his song
Old Town Road.
Yes, there you go. I was trying to get the name. I wrote horses on my back here, but that's the lyric.
The horses on my back.
But yeah, he got taken off the country charts.
No more.
And I think it's all about race.
Oh yeah.
And we see it that. I mean, what pisses me off is that how come our culture, like hip hop culture, allows white people and other, anyone else,
people who aren't hip hop,
who aren't hip hop, come into hip hop and they go into the charts and stuff, and they steal our raps, our things. And what I mean by that is Ariana Grande. If you listen to 7 Rings,
let's get it.
She stole Pretty Boy Swag. Yeah, she stole the whole cadence, the whole everything. Then if you see the music video, she copies 2 Chainz music video where he has a whole pink house. It says trap on it. She has cars. He has cars out in front. She has the same cars, painted the same way, everything the same, people dancing, whatever. And she also copies a woman who has a song. Her name is Prince Nakia.
Okay.
And she copies her whole flow as well in the last verse. And her song is about brown women with nappy hair being accepted as beauty or whatever. Right. And Ariana Grande copies the whole song. And we let her on. Meanwhile, they don't let us in to country
those
music
other
or anything.
Spaces, no.
And he's not even the first country guy. We remember Nelly had the song with the country rapper.
Tim McGraw or something like that, yeah.
So that's what pissed me off, man.
Heard you. Word. Lil Nas X, as you said, Old Town Road, I think it just made the song bigger. You feel me?
Yeah, it did make it bigger.
I'm going to take my horse to the Old Town. Okay, I'm going to stop before we get sued.
I cheated on my baby. Go ahead and ask
her. Bars, boy. You feel me?
Yeah, but let's leave the show on a good note, man.
Word, on a good note. So there's a video circulating. It's filmed in Brazil where there's a young lady walking down the street and a man, pulls his car out in front of her and tries to either abduct her or attack her. We can't really see, but he comes at her. She tries to swerve. You know, she wants no beef, and I think he was trying to kidnap her, and she shot him. Shot him right in the belly. He hit the floor, and I was so delighted. I was so happy. And that's exactly what he deserves. You want to be kidnapping people. You want to be hurting people who are minding their fucking business. Fuck you.
If he dies,
he dies. Like my man Drago said, okay? Fuck all that. You feel me? So that shit brought me mad joy. I wish more people could have the opportunity to do that. You know, I don't know if guns are necessarily the answer, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to get into all that right now.
She was an off-duty officer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Shout out to her. But I like the fact that she was able to defend herself, because who knows if she would have ended up cut up in a bunch of fucking million pieces.
Or human trafficking.
Or human trafficking, exactly. We don't know. So I like the fact that she was able to defend herself, and I applaud her.
Yeah, word.
Right on, sister.
I fuck with that too, man.
Talk to me. What brought you some joy today, brother?
My whole thing is the sweet month of April, man. We have a lot coming out this month, and I'm gonna say them all. Like
talk about it.
Number one is my son's birthday.
Let's
Don't
get
forget
it.
He turns 1.
Yes, sir.
Just so you guys know.
Yes,
then
sir.
is my godson's birthday. All right.
Word.
April 15th.
Yes, sir.
But also there's a shitload of stuff coming out this month. For movies, we have Avengers coming out. We have Shazam coming out. We have Hellboy coming out.
Oh, yeah.
There's a shitload of video games and Mortal Kombat 11 coming out.
Oh, yeah.
So this whole month is going to be yeah, exactly. It's going to be one great month. You know what I mean?
Happy April to y'all, man. It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month.
Yeah, let them know, man.
You feel me?
So yeah, it's the whole month of April, man. I'm looking forward to something every week.
Nice. Word. And Thrones is coming back.
And Game of Thrones, man. Talk about it. Game of Thrones is coming back.
Winter is here.
I'm the king of the north, man.
No, I mean, we all know it's me, but it's okay. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Will, are you all talked out of shit today, brother?
For the day and the day only.
Let's get it for the day and the day only. iLLWill.
Yep.
I said, hey, yo, Will.
Talk to me, man.
Do you solemnly swear?
I solemnly swear.
To keep talking that shit?
Keep talking that shit.
Brother, I, right along with you, solemnly swear to keep talking that shit. This is another edition of No Facts, No Problem. Audience of one. Ain't no name yet. The name matters. Keep talking shit.
Dialogue,
the bald in the bearded. Daniel the man. Dialogue. Blah, blah, blackout. On fire. Peace.
Later, man.
Stay black, y'all.
That pussy. Liam.